Welcome to the No Balls Podcast. I'm your host, Patrick McDonald, with me co-host Sheldon Kaufman. Today, we are starting NBA trade season. We're excited. Typically around this part of the year, we start to get our first couple of trades. There's obviously going to be rumblings about all types of trades as we approach. I believe it's February 5th is this year's deadline. It's always the first Thursday in February. And yep, that is February 5th. So yeah, we're hearing a lot of stuff already. Today we have a couple articles that we're going to go over and give our 2 cents for what's that worth. Probably 2 cents, I would think, each. Yeah, I think that math checks out. But before we get started, Sheldon has trivia for me, so let's see if I can nail it.
All right, Pat. In light of the episode today, I got a little trade trivia for you. Okay, so February 2003, in 2003, the 2002-2003 season, the Milwaukee Bucks traded Kevin Ollie and what player for Seattle Supersonics Gary Payton and Desmond Mason?
Wow, is this Ray Allen?
Oh wow. Okay. Yeah, Ray Allen. And I believe the Seahawks also got a pick, or the Bucks also got a pick, a first
Ooh,
round
the
pick.
Seahawks got a pick
Not the
in this.
Seahawks, the
Ooh,
Supersonics.
let's go. They used that to draft Richard Sherman. And as we know, they won the Super Bowl on a roughing the passer in the end zone. Definitely not a interception on the goal line. Definitely not. That would never have happened. But they're coming back for their revenge this year potentially. We'll see. Shout out to Sam Darnold. I'm hoping a Jets quarterback can win a Super Bowl, even if it's not going to be with the Jets. Yeah, we're getting started. What's your most memorable early trade? You got any off the top of your head?
Like in the past.
Yeah. Or your favorite trade deadline memory?
Um. Well, always there's the classic. Went to sleep around the deadline in sports medicine class at Hayward. Woke up and heard that we had traded for Kristaps Porzingis, so that was pretty big. Um, and then I guess the most memorable one, probably the OG Anunoby trade. That was pretty big, and that was pretty early on in the season. Oh, and the Siakam one. Those two were
Yeah,
pretty big. Those two were pretty notable. And
those are
yeah,
probably the two most impactful recent deadline deals. Obviously, there's more notable ones like Jimmy Butler, or I guess you can count Luka. If we're counting the Anunoby trade, we're counting the Luka trade too,
oh, okay.
because Anunoby was in December of 2023 even. So, uh, yeah, I guess Luka in middle of January on a great January night does count. We got two articles to go over, and you know we'll start. This one is one trade for every NBA team that they need to make at this deadline. We'll give our input. We'll go crazy. So this first one is the Atlanta Hawks. And as you can tell, it's centered around Anthony Davis. They're trading Kristaps Porzingis, Austin Newell, Luke Kennard, a first-round pick in 2027, top four protected via Milwaukee or New Orleans. I didn't know that they had that. Oh, they do have that. That's from the DeJounte Murray deal. Um, what do we think about this on the side of Atlanta?
I mean, if you're Atlanta, I think it's a pretty much a steal because you retain Jalen Johnson and Trey Young, so you don't have to give up any of those big pieces. You give up Porzingis, who's been quite unhealthy this season. Even though Anthony Davis is also kind of an unhealthy center, I think that he's played a lot more and he can be a lot more impactful on the defensive side and play a little bit of offense there for you in the post and stretch the floor. Um, I don't know if do you think Dallas says yes to this trade?
Maybe. No, the thing here is I'm not sure how to gauge the Anthony Davis market. I thought it would be basically non-existent prior to how he's played in the month of December. He's kind of revived his value. Porzingis is expiring money, and the way you can look at it with Dallas is from time to time Anthony Davis is kind of untradeable, and they're just gonna get off money by doing that. So I guess like Dallas could see that as something that they could do. I also don't know how Porzingis back in Dallas would hit resonate with both parties there. That would be weird. Um, in a year or two, let's see. This is after next season, assuming they lose most of their guys. The Hawks could have cap space after this upcoming season. If Porzingis goes, if Trae Young goes, and that could be interesting. Now that would be completely decimated by Anthony Davis coming to Atlanta. So I don't know. Is this what we necessarily think Atlanta needs? Because I think as long as you're not trading from their young players, you can talk me into it improving the roster.
I mean, I think, the only young player giving up is Asa Newell, right? Luke Kennard is a rotation player for them. Kristaps Porzingis, I think, like you said, if you're Atlanta, or I guess if you're Dallas, it's good for Dallas. I mean, it would make sense why Dallas would do it because they would get off of the Anthony Davis contract, and then Porzingis would be gone within the year, right? So it's a good idea for Mavericks from the salary standpoint. I mean, Anthony Davis would be, I think, really good for this team because then you have a Kongwu coming off the bench. Um, it gives you another scoring threat along with Jalen Johnson and Trae Young, and honestly, Anthony Davis wouldn't have to do as much on offense, so that would probably help him um, with some of the injury stuff and workload. And also, you can put Okongwu or uh, who's their? Oh, I guess I don't remember who's their other center.
Moge.
Oh yeah. Okay. So you can also have those guys start at the five and play Anthony Davis at the four, which he really likes to do. So I mean, I think this is I think it'd be a pretty good trade for them. I mean, you're giving up the first round pick, but it's top four protected, and you're getting Anthony Davis, who's a pretty big talent. So I just don't know. I don't know if the Mavericks would agree to this.
Here's why I think they could. Um, this is their last year owning their pick, and if you get that 2027 pick, it's the least favorable of Milwaukee and New Orleans as long as it's outside of the top four. So with how Milwaukee and New Orleans are trending, that's probably going to be a pick that is valuable. And it's unlikely, since it's the least favorable of the two, you're probably going to get the pick that's like 5 through 7, more likely than not. Because, I mean, it's unlikely that they're both absolutely terrible, even if they're both probably going to miss the playoffs, assuming they trade Giannis. So, or even if like New Orleans turns it around a little bit next season compared to this one, but it'll still probably be a lottery pick, and that's somewhat valuable. You shed the AD money if that's something important to them, but I think as they're trending towards the play-in, like maybe they just want to hold on to Anthony Davis and push for the play-in and try to flip him for a little bit more later is my one concern about this. I more so don't like it for Atlanta because it kind of just locks them into like they kind of got to win now if they do this deal.
Yeah.
I think it's like all the bad aspects of trading for Kevin Durant last year for the Houston Rockets, except the Atlanta Hawks
Yeah.
with Anthony Davis and not a top 3 team in the league. So I mean, it does make some sense. Like I don't think it's completely unwarranted that this is a thing, but I would give this like a B. Maybe a like a letter grading scale isn't how we should be grading this, but this is a 7 out of 10 fake trade. We say that's fair.
Yeah.
Okay. the Boston Celtics, oh jeez, trading Josh Minot, a 26 second will probably be, I don't know the terms of that second, but it probably won't be a great one. Um, and a 2031 first, top three protected to the Bucks for Miles Turner
And Anfernee Simons.
and Anthony Simons. Do you want to go first?
Yeah, so I think for the Celtics, this would be pretty good. Like your pick's top three protected, but in 2031, you're gonna have Tatum still, and you're gonna have Jaylen Brown, so your team's gonna be pretty damn good, as we can see. Um, or maybe one of them will go, but at least one of them will stay there, and like that's all you really need. I don't really see the Celtics team picking in the lottery anytime soon. And you go out and get the center you need, albeit Miles Turner has been a little shaky from three this season compared to years in the past. I still think that he'd offer a great option for you, especially in an offense that loves to shoot the ball. Because he's a big that will be able to spread the floor. Now, if you're Milwaukee, you get some draft capital, Anfernee Simons, but you have Ryan Rollins playing some pretty good ball right now, and Anfernee Simons, this is his last year on the contract, right?
Yes.
And that would not make Giannis happy. I like it for the Celtics. I don't really know if I can say I like it for the Bucks. It's kind of how I feel about this.
I am the complete opposite, to be honest. Quickly getting this to plug into the calculator. Not the calculator, but the trade machine on Fanspo. This should be, yeah, okay. So this is saving about 7 mil. Is it 7 mil in cap space? Yeah, I guess it is. Okay, well that's nice. But for me, like Boston here, you mentioned, the Celtics probably aren't going to be really bad for a long time, which I kind of agree with. 2031's a long time. In 2031, Jaylen Brown will be like 34, 35, and Jason Tatum will be a year younger. I'm not sure how the team looks at that point in time. If they're both there, then it's probably an older team. And that could easily be a Clippers type situation at that point. Like Kawhi's 34 right now and James Harden's 36. Could be that type of a thing. Miles Turner, I'm not sure. Does he start over Neemias Queta right now? Like he's really struggled and he's guaranteed $108 million. And this deal, I don't even think ducks them under the luxury tax, which I think if they're trading Anfernee Simons this year, I think they're doing it to get under the tax. Otherwise, they're just going to let his contract expire. I don't like it for them. Milwaukee, I'm taking this right away because I think if they're assuming that they're trading Giannis, because if they're trading Giannis, they need to blow this thing up before Miles Turner is burning $25 million in their pockets for a long time, and you get assets for him, like I would slam the phone and accept that. I do identify that Turner would be helpful for this current Celtics team. They do need a backup center, but they're getting such great play from Kata. I don't think it needs to be $100 million guy. Like they just need somebody to spot them 12 minutes a game, I think. But I don't know. What you like it a little bit more than me. What does the favorable eye view this as?
What does the favorable eye view this as?
Yeah,
Like
the
a scale?
optimistic view. Yeah, on 1 through 10.
I mean, I think we both don't like it that much, but for different reasons. So I'd give this one more of like a 6 out of 10.
Yeah, I was gonna say like a 4. I just don't. I don't really like it. For Milwaukee, I like it if they're moving Giannis. If not, you just keep Miles Turner. I think. Brooklyn Nets are up next. Oh gosh, this is going to be great. Michael Porter Jr. to the Bulls. Oh, that's so awesome. For Patrick Williams, Zach Collins, and a 2026 first round pick, top 7 protected. I would assume that's the Bulls pick. This would be very on brand for the Chicago Bulls. To push for that 10 seed. I think it's actually a good deal for them because I would trade a first round pick to get off the Patrick Williams contract.
That's true. For the Bulls, I think that's a huge piece of this trade is that you're getting rid of Patrick Williams' contract. And Zach Collins has been serviceable. But yeah, that Patrick Williams contract's rough.
Yeah, I agree. I think they could probably get more from Michael Porter Jr., honestly.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't know if I love this for the Nets.
If they're taking on Patrick Williams' deal, they can get more for Michael Porter Jr. than a heavily protected, not a heavily protected, but a protected first rounder. Yeah, they're not even, Shams isn't even saying, okay, well, Shams isn't saying this, but they're not even saying Patrick Williams is a positive in this deal, because if you're assuming he's a positive wrongfully, no, they're saying he's a salary dump. I don't know.
I think this is a bad one.
I think this is similar to the last one, where it's like a 3 or 4 for me.
Yeah, I agree. I was going to say like a 2.
What do we think about MPJ as like just a fit on the Bulls, though, if they were to target him?
I mean, it would help him a lot in what they're struggling with, and that's shooting. Obviously, this is a team that's struggling with shooting. So I think it'd be a pretty good fit, but this team, it wouldn't make them like crazy better. You would get a bunch more points, I think, but you're still going to lose a bunch of games.
MPJ and Giddey is great for the team PR.
That's crazy.
And you won't be able to play any defense.
Yeah, and their offense is already like
not good enough.
Yeah,
I do like the fit though of MPJ as a shooter on that team. It's just like they're still not going to be good enough to give up a first round pick, which will probably be in the 10 through 12 range still, even if they improve slightly. I don't really like it for either team that much. Do it if you're the Bulls because you get off Patrick Williams. Oh, here we are, Charlotte Hornets trading LaMelo Ball to the Clippers for John Collins, Bogdan Bogdanovic, Cam Christie, and a first round pick. So the Clippers are trading more picks. Can we?
What do you like? Do you like this if you're the Hornets?
Maybe. I mean,
I don't know. John Collins scares me a tiny bit on this team.
When we were doing the LaMelo stuff in the fixing the broken teams thing, I think what we liked was like Andrew Wiggins in a pick. Like a protected pick.
Yeah. I think Cam Christie's, a cool option. Bogdan's going to give you good shooting. Well, if he's playing like anything in the past, I like John Collins. I mean, you fit him next to Miles Bridges, or he comes off the bench next to Miles Bridges, for Miles Bridges. I don't know.
It's just like expiring salary at that point.
Yeah, and you're giving up LaMelo Ball, which I think you can get a lot more for.
I don't think you can, honestly.
Really?
I really don't know.
I mean, if you get Wiggins in a pick, that's better than this. I think by far.
I think that's about as good. Like LaMelo was like, I think teams are really scared of $42 million and 30 games out of him. I think that's the concern, and I don't know. I've always been critical of him, but I don't think I've been unfair of him. I think it would be really hard to find a haul for him. You could maybe get something like this. I think getting that late Clippers pick, I think, is pretty like a good return though. Like that's a shot in the dark to take, I think. How do we like this on the Clipper side?
I mean, I like it because it can give you a future, I think, on this team that is so old. Like, this team really doesn't have much going for them within the next 3 years. And even now that you see them struggling. But, I mean, honestly, it'd be interesting to see who would take the on-ball responsibilities. Probably James Harden still. And then we would see, like, LaMelo Ball is more of an off-ball player. And I think that could be interesting. And also, like, when you have Kawhi and James Harden and LaMelo, like, LaMelo might get some more favorable matchups on defense. So, for the Clippers, I like it, I think, because you don't really give up too much player-wise. And I mean, that top 3 protected, like you said, that could end up being, like, a top 10 pick. And, like, in between 3 and 10. I don't think they'll be the third worst team in the league or anything like that. But, I mean, with the way things are going now, it could end up with that they're going to be a lottery pick for a couple years in the future. So I would like it for the Clippers, but I don't know if I would pull the trigger if I'm Charlotte.
For the Clippers, it's hard for them to be really bad because they're a team that's always going to be a top free agency destination. So that's why it's like a top 3. It probably won't be top 3 at that point. So you probably are more likely to give up, an 8 to 14 pick in that situation. Originally I was like, okay, you've already like gambled away all of your first round picks. Why continue to do it for LaMelo Ball when the team has no direction? Just like let it die at this point is how I would feel about it. But they're probably going to lose that pick. Is the reality when Kawhi gets the Kawhi situation gets uncovered, whatever the NBA finds. So you might as well do it. Like if they're expecting to lose that pick, I don't know. I still don't really. I don't see this one for really either team. I think if you're Charlotte, you just hope that LaMelo recovers value. I guess. I mean, this is fine to take. Like, if the Hornets accepted this deal, I wouldn't be pissed at them. But for the Clippers, if you're confident you're gonna lose that pick anyway, you might as well do it at that point.
I'm on a 4 right here, Pat. What do you think?
I'm thinking like a 3 or 4 as well. It's just not really it. So shout out to Bleacher Report, but they're missing right now.
Let's move on.
Oh. So we gotta predict who do we think they're trading Kobe White for?
RJ Barrett.
Oh no, you said my guy. No.
That's crazy.
All right, let me think of another trash wing. Ooh.
Josh Green.
Ooh, could we get a Jeremy Grant? Oh, Josh Green's good. Josh Green's pretty good.
Jeremy Grant would be nice.
The Bulls, I mean, that would be exactly what they like.
Fit
It's their
perfect.
exact favorite player right there. Yeah, those are some Bulls type of names. Leonard Miller. Okay, yep, that's a trash wing.
Wow.
Joan Berenger and Rob Dillingham. This actually works. Wow. What do we think?
Like Rob Dillingham has looked terrible for the first 2 seasons. Like I think a lot of the consensus, even though it's very early on, he's been labeled a bust already. He's been struggling a lot. You get Joan Berenger, who's I guess a promising prospect. We don't really know too much about him right now. And then Leonard Miller. So, and you're giving up Kobe White, who I think he still holds like a decent amount of trade value. I think you can get a lot more. And I just wouldn't really understand because like looking at this, Pat, correct me if I'm wrong. The big catch here is like getting Rob Dillingham. Uh, and
I
why
think
would
it's
you?
Berenger.
You think it's Berenger?
Yeah.
Okay. But then they give Vucci Main a contract this offseason?
Um, no way, right? Like,
Okay. Yeah, I didn't think so. So, but I don't do it. I want to give up Kobe White for Joe and Berenger.
I think, okay, the Bulls are probably dumb enough to think Rob Dillingham has something. Um, when we talk about players after the draft, most of the time we do like players. The 2024 draft was really bad. I didn't think Rob Dillingham was like a top 15 player in that draft. And he's gone to the NBA and not really played well. So I don't think he brings any type of value to a team. I did think this draft was good, and I did really like Joan Berenger in the draft. And I think if you get like writing up the report on him, you're like, this guy could be awesome defensively, and they really need that. If Giddey's going to be good, they're really going to need that. But I wouldn't. I mean, Kobe White for Joan Berenger could. That's how I see this deal. That's all that it is, and I don't know if you get a second round pick attached to it. I think it's fair value wise. Um, I think Minnesota does value Dillingham because they traded their last tradable draft picks to get him, um, and I think that's a little bit of their fault, their problem. How would you like this if it was Conley, Berenger, and 2 second round picks instead?
I think I would like that a lot more. Like looking at their depth chart right now, your backup guard is or your backup center is Jalen Smith. I think that having Berenger would bring a lot more of a different look to this Bulls team and give a lot of defense there. And then potentially set up in the future a good 2-man game of Berenger and Giddey in pick and roll situations. If you're getting 2 seconds, I like it. I was gonna say, I think that would be good if they can retain some draft capital because I do think Kobe White is there's gonna be some people calling about him. So I would like Conley and Berenger, but I mean, do the Bulls make that trade knowing how much we know about them loving the play in? Because Berenger, I feel like is more of a not like future move, but like
Yeah, it's a
not going to make it
future.
impact game one or day
Yeah.
one, year one. But I think they should do. I think I would do that trade instead. Does that work?
You'd have to. I actually plugged the actual trade into the thing, and that one actually doesn't work. But it's like you have to send out another salary somewhere else for it to work, and that's fine. I actually did do a Kobe White trade. I've made one, so I did a 3-teamer, so I'll try and get that one ready as quickly as possible to display it on screen. Um, we can talk about Kobe White because I think he has an interesting market. I don't know how robust it's going to be. Like we saw Malik Monk struggle to get moved when we like did the Colin Sexton deals during the Hornets thing. It was hard for us to find places that Sexton made sense. Um, so that was just you know what I mean? Like it was really hard to find places for these guards. How do you think Kobe White fits into that group
Like
of players?
hard to find a spot.
Yeah.
I think he'd probably be more expendable because he gives a good effort on defense and he's a pretty good playmaker as well and can score with volume as we've seen in the past. He's been in the league for a little bit, so he's a veteran presence. Um, and I think he could play a role on a contending team. So I think that he has a little bit more leadway than some of these other guards. Sexton a little limited scoring wise, and Yeah, and playmaking as well. I think Kobe White is a true like point guard with the playmaking. I think he can make good playmaking decisions and score the ball. So I think I would say he's more expendable than most of these other guards. So I don't know if I'd put him in that category.
Yeah, let's see. I'm finishing up the Kobe White. I guess you wouldn't call this a Kobe White trade. I guess if you look at it, I agree with the fact that Kobe White can contribute on a uh good team. Like I think that's for sure. Do we think it's as like a starter type of player?
I think if you go to a Minnesota, I think you start him. I think I'm just trying to think of teams that need point guards. I mean, if the Rockets would do anything with Kobe White, I think you would start him. Um,
Yeah.
considering some of their recent struggles have been because of the point guard position, and he is a lot better on defense than Reed Shepard. So I would definitely consider starting him, and then uh, yeah. So I think he can start. Yeah, I think he can play a contributing role from a starting standpoint for sure.
They're supposed to get okay. I'm almost got the deal done that I was trying to do. As it okay, I got it. I'm gonna share it because in preparation, we obviously were gonna make some of our own fake trades from time to time. And as it currently stands, this deal doesn't work. But as soon as Nas Reed, his trade restriction lifts, this is the deal. It's a little bit crazy. You would refer to this as the Darius Garland trade. The Cavs are getting multiple good players. I mean, you could negotiate, in my opinion, you get a different player than DiVincenzo and White, who are both small shooting guards. Um, like you could rework it a little bit. Naz Reid going to the Bulls for Kobe White. I think the Bulls would like that. You get a stretch big, which I think has been kind of key for what they've done offensively, even though the success hasn't been that great. And the Timberwolves get their point guard that they need because I do think they need a real distributing point guard. And buying low on Garland, only giving up Dillingham. Obviously, I really just did this to make the salaries work, not really to match the value. But what do you think of this?
I like it, and I think that the Bulls getting Nas Reed gives them like a reason to do this trade. And then the Cavaliers are getting Kobe White and Dante DiVincenzo. Hopefully that adds a spark to them scoring the ball. And Kobe White still gives you some on defense too, and you can pair him up with Donovan Mitchell. And then for the Timberwolves, you're getting Darius Garland. I think that's really good for them. I mean, I think he might be better than Kobe White if he's fully healthy. You know, he's still dealing with that toe issue. And then you bring in a backup center for them as well. So someone to take on the minutes when Gobert come off, and I do like this trade. I like it. It's fun. It's fun too, I think.
Yeah, picks would probably go somewhere, obviously, but I think the fit, the main goal here was to get Garland to Minnesota and uh, get something else to work. And I just matched Nas Reed to the Bulls as a fit, and yeah, that's how that worked. I will go back to the article. Shout out to Bleacher Report. Yeah, this one I don't know. It's like a 5 or 6 for me, I think.
Yeah.
Cavs getting Brandon Clark for Max Strus. That's really weird. Sure.
Yeah, I guess.
Like, I get. Okay,
We
Brandon
can
Clark,
also with some of these if they're like, like these, we can just move on to the next one.
yeah. Like, Brandon Clark, I do see as a fit as, like, somebody who can play with both of the bigs, kind of. But I don't know. And if you're the Grizzlies, I don't know why you would trade Brandon Clark and identify Max Strus as what you want in return. I don't know.
It's interesting.
The Mavs trade Anthony Davis to the
Okay,
Hawks.
so that's the same trade.
Yeah, we already talked about it. The Denver Nuggets trading Jamal Murray? No, okay. Deron Holmes, Jalen Pickett, and the Miami and a second rounder for Yakachonis. I mean,
Don't
yeah.
I don't hate it. I don't hate it. Um, do you want to go first or?
I mean, if you can do it, sure. It's just such a super weird deal, I think. I mean, if you're Miami, you're moving off of Yakachonis after, I believe he's played like 20 minutes in his career. So that's why I don't really get it. Yeah, he's played 4 games, 60 minutes in his NBA career. Like, I don't, that would be ridiculous for Miami, in my opinion. Now, we did like the Ron Holmes a year or two ago, but he's like the 15th best player in the weakest draft in league history, in our opinion. He tore his Achilles. Like, I just don't, I don't get, do you get this from Miami's perspective?
Um, no, I mean, not really. I agree. It'd be crazy to move on from Yakachonis so fast. I think for the Nuggets it'd be great because it gives you a ball handler off the bench, and I think that that's something that they've kind of struggled with whenever Murray goes out. Um, and you're trading for another guard with Jalen Pickett. Uh, and then Deron Holmes has barely played this year as well, and you give up a second too, and you're only getting a second round pick. I don't love it if I'm the Heat. I stick with
Yeah.
Yakachonis and see what happens.
What's bad about this too is Miami's already like struggling to play Ware and Bam together.
Yeah, and then you'd be throwing in Deron Holmes. So
So you're gonna trade your first round pick in the past year, who was like the faller in the draft, who people think is a steal, and you're gonna trade him for somebody who won't be able to play with like your best player and your best young player. Like, I just don't get it. It doesn't make any sense. 2 out of 10, I think. Detroit Pistons, Tobias Harris, Ron Holland, and 2 first round picks for Trey Murphy. I kind of like it. I haven't seen something like this before. Trey Murphy to the Detroit Pistons.
yeah, I mean, if you're the Pistons, I would jump on this in a heartbeat. Um, you're giving up a 2027 first round pick, but you're looking pretty damn good this year. Or wait, you're looking. You're looking pretty good, pretty damn good this year. And you have Cade Cunningham for the next at least 2 years, so you shouldn't be picking in the lottery if you're the Pistons. In 2027, 2020-30 is a little up in the air, but I mean, you're getting Trey Murphy. I think that makes you a huge contender now in the East because I think Trey Murphy, at least scoring wise, is going to be a lot better than what you've been getting from Tobias Harris. You get Sadiq Bey, who is also able to score with that Pelicans team, and we see him on a real contender for the first time in a while because I believe when he was with the Pistons, they were not very good. Um, but
Yeah.
I mean, I've always loved Trey Murphy, Pat. This dude is really good at offense, and he can also play some good defense. Ron Holland is a good defender. He struggles a little bit offensively, and but I mean, also if you're the Pelicans, you get Ron Holland, who adds to your young core, and he gives you defense, a lot of defense. And then Tobias Harris is a veteran that can help mentor some of your guys, and you get draft capital. I like this trade a lot more I like it a lot for the Pistons because I love Trey Murphy. And I think that him being the second or third option behind Durant would be awesome for this team. And I think it would make them pretty big contenders in the East.
It's like not old and younger Larry Markkinen is what Trey Murphy kind of is. Like, they play really similarly, like way more than you would think. And I mean, he's already signed long term. Tobias Harris is somebody like they know they have to trade Tobias Harris this year. And like, I get attaching 2 first round picks and Ron Holland does sound like a lot, but like, I don't know. Ron Holland probably won't ever shoot the ball well enough to play next to especially Asar Thompson, and that's just going to be troubling. There's enough conversation going around from Pistons fans about Cade's efficiency being killed by spacing again. Get Trey Murphy then, because I think this is a great deal for both sides, even because if you're New Orleans, like, you might as well take the chance that Ron Holland can become an NBA starter and potentially a plus NBA starter. And then you get the 2 picks, which, Detroit probably won't be bad, so those will probably be in the 20s. But this is great, like you said. This is like an 8 or a 9 in my opinion.
Yeah, I think we finally got a high grade here for the first time in a while since I think the first one. So I agree, Pat. 8 and 9, and for both teams. So very cool trade.
Golden State Warriors trading Podziemski and Kuminga for Miles Turner. I guess.
Yeah, I think if you're the Warriors, you kind of hesitate because of Pajensky and kind of what the overall feeling around the organization is, at least from what I think. So probably not the best source, but I think that they value Brandon Pajemski, and would you give that up for Miles Turner, who has been struggling a bunch this year? But as the Warriors, they do need scoring. Like, and is Miles Turner going to be any worse than Quentin Post? I don't know. So I don't know, Pat. I want to hear what you think. I'm a little hung up on Pajemski, but I do think Miles Turner could add a little bit to this Warriors offense that has really sucked. And you don't need him to be the greatest defender because the Warriors are already so good at defense. So
We're clip farming here. All right. Brandon Podziemski is so overhated for him not even being bad. This guy is shooting 40% from 3. He's averaging 12 a game. He's not even a scorer. He's a decent defender. He's not going to guard the best player, but he's going to guard the second best player. He takes charges, a 2-to-1 a 2-to-1 assist to turnover ratio. Good. Great from a backup facilitator. What are we doing? He's 20 years old on a, not even 20, he's 22 years old on a rookie deal. He rebounds the basketball extremely well. Like, what are we talking about? This guy gets way too much hate. He's on a rookie deal. Miles Turner is somehow really overrated all of a sudden. That deal, like, I've said that Miles Turner deal is probably going to age terribly. It's aged even worse as the season has started and the rim protection has taken a step back again. He struggled with the shot early. It's a little bit back now, but Bucks fans are sick of the fact that he averages 5 rebounds a game, and you're stuck paying him $25 million a season. Even his scoring is down to the lowest since 2022. So I'm not doing this if I'm Golden State. And I get identifying Miles Turner as a point of upgrade here, but Brandon Podziemski is probably a more valuable asset in my opinion.
does this get a 5 out of 10 from you, or do you think it's below?
Oh, if I'm the Bucks, I'm slamming this through.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah. I
so
that's I kind of agree.
like, if I'm the Bucks, you get, not only do you get the security of Podziemski, who's clearly like an NBA playoff rotation player, on a rookie deal, you also get the upside of Jonathan Kuminga. And I usually don't like taking the shot of the upside on Jonathan Kuminga, but if you're getting it for Miles Turner, yes, I'm very happy with that. And you don't even have to attach picks to get off the Miles Turner contract, which I think they will in a year or two. So that's great. I don't know why the Warriors would do it. It's just not that much of an upgrade. Houston Rockets trading Tari Eason, Jayshawn Tate, a first-round pick for Peyton Pritchard. Okay. What do we think?
I'm trying. Let me take it in, Pat. Let me take it in. Okay, so you're getting the 2029 from Dallas or Phoenix. You're giving up, and you're getting Eason and Jayshawn Tate. Peyton Pritchard's really good at scoring the ball,
Yeah.
and you're surrounding him with good defense. And I think he's six. Is he 6'4" or 6'6"? I think he's like 6'4".
Tate or
No.
Eason?
Pritchard,
No, Pritchard's like
six
like
6'2".
6'1".
Oh damn, I'm tweaking. Yeah, you give up a lot of defense with giving up Tari Eason and Jayshawn Tate. And I think Tari Eason adds a lot to this Rockets team. And you're giving up the first to go get Peyton Pritchard, who is very offensively talented. And he can play make a little bit as well. I don't know.
If I'm Houston, I'm doing this like right now.
Oh yeah, okay.
Now that pick is probably pretty valuable, to be honest. They're in a spot where like they can't really pay Tari Eason after the end of the season, so they kind of do have to trade him. Peyton Pritchard's been really good this season. He's on a bargain contract. I get having reservations about giving up that pick, but I think it makes sense for them. The thing is for Boston, like Pritchard's really good. He like straight out really good. He's averaging 5 assists and 1 turnover this season, and I get the shooting is down. But like it's still like let's see, what does it say? A 56% true shooting, which is about at the league average. And he's clearly a little bit overtasked. He's obviously like a role player type of player, who can start in a situation like Houston or like not a fully developed, but a healthy Boston Celtics team. If I'm the Celtics, I don't want Tari Eason. They have enough of these hustle wing type players anyway. And the same thing with Jayshawn Tate. Like you kind of do need Peyton Pritchard on a team full of hustle wings. So I don't know. This is like a 5 or 6 out of 10 for me.
Yeah, I'm with you, Pat. There's like I just have some concerns. Like I'm not 100%. I want to be very quick to pull the trigger on this one.
Send Eason to a team that would want Eason and have them send the draft capital to Boston. Even if I'm Boston, I don't really know if I want to trade Peyton Pritchard right now too.
Yeah.
Overall, that one was okay though. It was okay. Indiana Pacers trading Jarris Walker, Ben Shepherd, and a second round pick for Daniel Gafford.
I mean, if I'm the Pacers, I'm doing this 100%. Jarris Walker is a guy that's hasn't really blossomed. A lot of upside, but I mean, he's struggling when he's getting minutes this season. With the injured Pacers lineup. 1 second, let me see. Yeah, he's shooting 30%. And 30% from the field, 34% from the field, 30% from 3. This is a guy that's supposed to be a stretch big. Just shot 1 for 8. Ben Shepherd, very good, but I mean, I think if you get Daniel Gafford, it's a big upgrade from Jay Huff, like as an all around player, I think. And then that's your starting center for when Halliburton comes back next season. This would be a pretty scary Pacers team. I mean, they already are very scary, but I think that, and you don't really give up too much. Like you give up Ben Shepherd, in the second. I'm okay with that if I'm the Pacers. If I'm the Mavericks, I don't really know if I would do this. Unless I mean, I guess you do have to pay one at Gafford or Lively, so you're kind of making that decision now. But I just don't really love the return. I mean, Ben Shepherd could be good. Ben Shepherd would be good on this team since they already have the good wings and defense. So I could see it from that standpoint. I just don't really know. I don't know. I think it's great for the Pacers. I would be a little hesitant on the Mavs side, but I think Ben Shepherd could be interesting because he's a role player that can score for you, and you already have good wings, so you could add a guard like that.
We've had a Daniel Gafford trade within the past 3 seasons, and it was for more than this, if we remember. And that was before the breakout where him playing with Luka made it very obvious that he was a great rim finisher. Him playing with Halliburton would do the exact same thing. When I saw this, I was like, is this a Nick Richards trade package? Because like the best thing they're getting is a second round pick from the Jazz. I think that's what you value the most in
Yeah.
this deal,
Yep.
because it hasn't looked good for Jarris Walker at all. And Ben Shepherd is like fine, but he's older and definitely not somebody who is going to be a starting caliber player in the NBA, I would say. And that's what Daniel Gafford is. Like, I don't really like this for Dallas. I think this is really good for Indiana because the value proposition is just great, I think. And I would do it. Even if Jay Huff is leading the league in blocks right now,
Word.
the offense doesn't look great for Jay Huff. Watching him, I'm taking this if I'm Indiana. I think. What do we grade it?
I'm kind of at like a 4 or 5 bat. I just don't love the return for the Mavs.
Yeah, I agree. Like,
If you're the
it doesn't
Pacers,
really
oh my gosh, I would be
do
so
it.
happy.
Daniel Gafford, who's better than Miles Turner.
Yeah.
Like, that's pretty great, I think, for them. I'm thinking a 4 or 5 too. Los Angeles Clippers. Trade James Harden to Toronto for RJ Barrett, Ochai Agbaji, Jamal Shed, and a 2026 Raptors top 5 protected pick. What do you think? I mean,
I don't know. I low key, I kind of like it, Pat. I kind of like it for both sides. I feel like if you're the Raptors, you're going out and getting like a true like consistent scorer at point guard. Emmanuel Quickley is a great player, but I think James Harden's levels above, and he also adds that playmaking aspect. You free up the wing room a little bit too by getting rid of RJ Barrett. And if you're the Clippers, you get Jamal Sheed, who has looked amazing so far, and it's his second year. You get Ochai Agbaji, who plays good 3-and-D defense. You get RJ Barrett, who is a 20-point per game scorer, and he's a guy that could take over the John Collins. So, and you get a first round pick, and the Raptors aren't looking like they're going to be drafting top 5. I don't really hate it for both teams, especially with the direction the Clippers are going.
RJ Barrett and John Collins taking over the reins of your team.
Well, no, I view it as more a upgrade from John Collins. You're getting RJ Barrett. Now it might not be a great upgrade, or it might be a very minimal upgrade, but I mean, the fact that you also get Ochai, who I think adds the shooting, and I think Jamal Sheed is a pretty good return, because I mean, he's looking like a really good point guard, so you're still going to get some good playmaking. Obviously, the scoring is going to be gone. The only thing is the Clippers don't want to blow up Harden and Kawhi, but I mean, with that out of consideration, I don't know, Pat. I kind of like it for both teams. I mean, I don't really know why it would happen, but I don't mind it from either team.
My first reaction was like, how did we not do this? And we were like, I remember specifically talking about Harden to Toronto when we were doing the Clippers thing. We just couldn't figure it out. I don't know how. I mean, this makes a ton of sense, right? Like, we said the Raptors need somebody who is not 6'8" who can score the basketball. James Harden is exactly that. A facilitator will really help them juice up their half court offense. And you're never gonna find people who are lower on RJ Barrett than we are. And like, if I'm the Clippers, you're really just trading Harden for a 26 first,
And
which will
shit.
probably fall in the late teens, and Ochai Agbaji and Shed. Yeah, I mean, it's fine, right? Like, that you can find some way to rebuild value with Ochai. You have to extend Ochai, and with Toronto, they're in a weird spot where they're not going to be able to extend Ochai past this season, more likely than not. So you kind of have to deal him. And they're in a spot now where they can almost guarantee, especially if you're getting Harden, that pick will not be like a really, really good pick. So I really like this for Toronto. For the Clippers, like, I don't know, I'd ask for like a little bit more. But I think it makes sense for both teams. This is like a 7, I think.
Yeah, I'll give it an 8. I like it.
All right. Next up, we got the Lakers. Let's go. Oh, we should have predicted, but we've already seen it. This is so okay. Dalton Connect, Maxi Kleber, and a first for Herb. Peak Lakers trade proposal.
Yeah, I mean, if I'm the Pelicans, I think I'm hanging up the phone. You can get so
Yeah.
much for Herb Jones, and you could probably get more from this Lakers team for Herb Jones, and maybe a better pick. I don't really know what the pick situation is, and I'm trying to think of some guys to do, but like you get Dalton Connect, who's like played his way out of the rotation. Maxi Kleber, uh, he's
Salary
cool.
filler. Yeah.
Yeah, and then the 2031 first round pick, and you have Luka for the next like what 6 years, 5 years.
Yeah.
The Pelicans would be dumb to do this. I don't like it. I mean, it's great for the
Yeah.
Lakers. Obviously, you give up basically nothing to get Herb Jones, who you want so bad. Um, I really just don't like this at all. This is a no for me.
I think you're going to have to go 2 picks to get Herb Jones, is really where this comes from. I think the fit for both teams is obviously there to do this. Like, it makes sense for me to trade Herb Jones. It's just not for a singular first round pick. And Dalton Connect is like not a flyer. It's like the same thing as Rob Dillingham when we talked about it, except like even the Lakers don't like Dalton Connect anymore. At least the Timberwolves like Rob Dillingham. Uh, Dalton Connect's own team is out on him at this point.
I mean, yeah, I 100% agree, Pat. I think if you throw in another first, is that kind of the pick you're thinking, or would you think the Pelicans say I would have? I mean, if this is the package they're offering, I need another first at least.
Two
So
firsts.
I mean, it's a 2 out of 10 for me. Or actually, this might be a 1 out of 10. I really don't like it.
Yeah, since it's the Lakers, we'll give it a 1 out of 10. Ooh.
Ooh. All right.
Challenge trade, baby. Let's go. Ja Morant for Tyler Hero and Nikola Jovic.
Jovic hurt now. I think adds a little bit of an injury that me and you both saw happen. So I think that adds a little bit of like, on this. But I don't know. What do you think about this guy? Because Ja Morant going to the Heat, I mean, that would give you the point guard. And you could have Davion Mitchell, coming off the bench where he's so comfortable, or he's not so comfortable, but he has done before and excelled in that position. Yeah, I don't. I'm kind of like my kind of thoughts on it is like fuck it, I don't know. I don't know how much beneficial this would be. I like it if you're the Grizzlies. I guess if Ja Morant is playing like he kind of like if you're not getting the Ja Morant of this year, I like it. The way he's played this year, I'm a little hesitant. What about you?
Who do you think has more trade value between Tyler Hero and Ja Morant?
I'll go Tyler Hero. I think
that's what I was thinking too.
Yeah.
I think Tyler Hero is probably more valuable than Ja Morant on his own.
Would you take?
Now,
go ahead.
I've always said too that like I think the reason the Heat trade Tyler Hero is because they have to pay him over the next summer. They have to pay him, and they know that they're going to overpay him on that contract. So you might as well take a similar tier player who's already on a bad contract and overpay them for less time than Tyler Hero. And that's basically what this would be. It's like 3 less seasons of overpaying Ja Morant versus overpaying Tyler Hero. And then Jovic is in his own case is a bad contract because they don't even. It's like Dalton Connect, except they paid him $16 million a year. So I don't know. I guess I kind of like it for the Heat. I guess. What were you saying before?
5 out of 10. I was gonna say, what if they just go Morant and Hero straight up? What do you think?
Yeah, I don't think. Maybe salary wise they had to include Jovic.
That's
I
what
don't think they did. Or the Heat are under the tax. I know that. I don't know. I just like Hero for Josh straight up wouldn't be that crazy for me. Like for the Heat, obviously I think Tyler Hero has more value right now, but there is like serious upside that Ja Morant like rekindles his value, I guess. and in that case, you don't have to pay him this summer. I guess Hero for John Morant does work straight up. I guess I would do that.
Kind of at like a 5 or 6 out of 10 on this one.
Me too.
Yeah, these are cool though. I like the. Oh, oh yeah, this is
They're
gonna be
doing
fun.
both of them.
This is gonna be good.
Oh, this is gonna be great. Terry Rozier. Oh my god. They leaned fully into the Zion has no trade value for Terry Rozier, Pell Larson, and Fontecchio.
What? Why would you do this if you're the Pelicans?
There's no reason to. Because
Okay,
the thing with Zion too, because he gets brought up with the John Morant, the LaMelo Ball, the Trae Young type of guys where like
it's hard.
clearly the talent's there, but there's other shit in it interfering with their trade value and their on-court production. But Zion Williamson can get cut like an NFL player and have no cap hit. So he's not really that big of a bad contract necessarily.
Is
So
that that's because is that like that's a stipulation he has, right, in the contract?
yeah, I
Okay.
think he either agreed to it or he agreed to it happening if he missed enough games.
Ah,
Um, so that's a stipulation of his deal. So there's no reason to salary dump Zion Williamson. Like you just keep him
yeah.
because
I don't like this at all. Cause like Larson and Fontecchio. I mean, I still have them coming off the bench on this Pelicans team. I don't really. There's really no reason for this. The Pelicans would they if they're gonna shop Zion, they're gonna get a hell of a lot more than like 2 mid shooters.
yeah, I don't I don't know if I'm the Pelicans, I'm just like holding on to Zion, um, and hoping he turns it on.
2 out of 10.
Yeah, like a 2 out of 10. It just it doesn't click for me. I see why Miami would do it, just like get him right. Because that Torrey Rozier contract is probably going to be voided anyway. So
Yeah,
this is a 2 out of 10 for me. I don't really see it working. Um,
I think it's just funny that like the idea of any team getting Terry Rozier again is just funny to me.
I think the funnier part was back-to-back trades of the Heat getting Ja Morant and Zion Williamson.
Traded for all the question marks.
Yeah, Pat Riley masterclass. Oh, the Milwaukee Bucks. Let's
Is that
go.
Herb?
Oh, do we think it involves Miles Turner is the real question.
So I think Turner and a pick. I'm gonna say Turner and a pick.
Yeah, or I think it's definitely has Kuzma, right? It definitely has Kuzma. Oh,
Oh,
Bobby
close.
Portis, big man, Kyle Kuzma.
An Ajax.
It's just the same thing as the Lakers trade.
Yeah, pretty much. Except, Bobby Portis could be he could be a rotational piece in a playoff series, I think. Coming off the
Not
bench.
not by the time the Pelicans are.
No, yeah. I'm talking about like if it was right now, and that's not gonna happen. Yeah. This is a big no for me as well. How about Bleacher Report undervaluing Big Herb a little bit?
I think Herb, I would understand undervaluing him because I think the defense has taken a slight step back this season. Like it's taken a real step back. I'll say that. I think I was sugarcoating. It's taken a real step back, and I would put a lot of stock in that if like we weren't seeing Mikal Bridges like completely rebound to his all defensive level play after being bad defensively for 2 years. I think that's done a lot for Herb Jones' value, and quite frankly, Herb Jones is still on a steal of a contract. I just don't. It doesn't make any sense to me. This is since we gave the Lakers a 1, we're going to give the Bucks a 2 because
Hell
we're
yeah.
hating on the Lakers. But in heart, this is a 1 for Milwaukee as well too.
Yeah.
The Timberwolves getting Kobe White. Let's see, is it the same? DiVincenzo and Dillingham for Kobe White? What? No way that works. I'm gonna get you give your 2 cents while I check the validity of this.
I like this more than the other one. I forget what was. Do you remember what the other one was? I kind of forgot.
Dillingham, Baron J, and Leonard Miller.
Oh, then do I like it? Do I like it more? I mean, I think I'm gonna still say no if I'm the Bulls. I mean, if I'm if I'm the Bulls, I like Dante DiVincenzo is cool. I think Kobe White's better, and he gives you more of a playmaking standpoint. I mean, DiVincenzo's a great shooter, which would help this team a lot. It would help the team a lot from that standpoint. So I can see it. I could. I don't know. I like this one. I might like this one more than the Berger one because I like DiVincenzo's shooting, and you can still get some playmaking with Desomnu with Ao, and Ao and Kobe White have been struggling for that point guard position for years now. So I mean, it would open that door up, and you get the great shooting of DiVincenzo. So I kind of like this one more, but I don't know.
I like it better for the Bulls, honestly. Like, if you're still gonna get
Yeah.
Dillingham, like, you might as well get DiVincenzo, who is a like rotational playoff player. If I'm the Timberwolves, I don't really understand this at all.
Oh, okay.
Like, what they need is like a facilitating, organizing point guard who can play. Like what Conley was for them in years past that he can't do anymore because he's old. Kobe White's not that. Kobe White is more similar to Dante DiVincenzo. And they would have to pay him this offseason. I don't like the like I'm fine adding Kobe White on to what Minnesota already has. Like that makes sense. But removing rotational players just to get Kobe White doesn't really click to me. And like Dillingham, who is their last straw of faith in their organization. I don't get it for Minnesota, honestly. Chicago, I think it's fine. It's basically the same deal we talked about before. I think this is like a 3.
I'll go up to a 4. I don't know.
Yeah,
I could see it. I could see it working, but there's just something that's holding me back. Like I'm very hesitant on this.
yeah, I agree. I don't see it. New Orleans trading for Jarris Walker.
The trade.
Oh, this is
Mason
such a
Machine,
weird.
Jordan Hawkins, for Juris Walker, 2 seconds.
Do we think Misi's good?
I like Hawkins' upside, but Hawkins has struggled a little bit. But he is a really good shooter.
He's been so bad.
Yeah, he's very struggled. And then Misi, I'm trying to pull it up right now to see. All right, let's see. 5.5 rebounds, 56 from the field, and he's going to the Pacers.
Let me say this. Jordan Hawkins is shooting 33% from the field.
Oh, okay. Yeah, then I don't know if I like that from the Pacers. I think you can get away with like if you add this, like if you were maybe to add
If you take the picks
like
out, I'm okay with it.
take the picks out,
Yeah.
I think you got to leave at least one in there.
I don't know. Like, Misi's just not really that. Like, he's okay.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, I mean he's not really anything crazy on offense, and he's averaging only 5 boards a game as a center.
is he not just Rashawn Holmes? Like,
Yeah.
am I missing something? Like,
Yeah, I don't really know. This is this is weird. But I mean, you're only giving up Jarris Walker in maybe 1 second. But I would just stay away from this.
Yeah, I would say like if I'm Indiana, trading Jarris Walker for those two guys makes sense. It's literally you're trading like your failed young players for each other. And like I wouldn't say Misi is like a failed young player because he's just like he just didn't have expectations to fail to live up to in the first place. Um, but like I just yeah, I don't know. It's like trading your failed prospects in baseball. It's like if Anthony Volpe got traded for Mark Vientos right now, like underachieving young player. Like that's exactly what it is. Um. Oh.
Oh yeah, here we
Oh.
go.
Bleacher Report had bills to pay. Okay. Giannis Antetokounmpo to the Knicks. Okay, yeah, I'm just gonna say no here. Um.
Oh, but you do get Thanasis.
Oh, never mind. Never mind. I'll say this: Giannis trades, unless it is like literally just cap for Giannis, and like we can trade picks, obviously. Cat picks, which we don't have many of. We just have Wizards second round picks, basically, is our draft capital. Um, eh, there's no reason for me to think, oh, we should trade OG Anunoby or Josh Hart or Mikal Bridges or Deuce McBride or Mitchell Robinson. We're already a thin team. We're gonna sacrifice that for Giannis, who's got a calf strain right now, who's 31 years old and has already struggled to fit in with a star guard like in recent years. It doesn't make any sense. I don't think. Um, if it's Cat and Pacom Daria and the Wizards second round picks for Giannis Antetokounmpo, I get it. And for Milwaukee too, like you have so many more moves to make after this if you're Milwaukee to make this make any sense. Like you have to then trade OG Anunoby and Hart and McBride somewhere else.
Yeah, I think if you're the Knicks, you're just giving up way too much. Like OG and Josh Hart and Miles McBride they do so much on this team. OG with the defensive stuff and also scoring the ball. Josh Hart with the hustle effort, and when he's shooting, he's pretty good. Um, and Deuce McBride is such a spark off the bench. And then you give up all those picks. It's just too much for me. It's way too much.
I'll say this, value wise, it's fine, right? Like the value makes sense. It's just given the context that the Knicks would literally have 5 NBA caliber players after this deal. Just like it doesn't make any sense. Like, yeah, this gets a 1 for me. I don't like the deal.
I'm with you.
OKC Thunder trading Usman Jang to the Nets for Hayward Highsmith in 2 seconds.
Let's just skip this one. Let's skip this one.
If it was straight up, it's cool. I feel like the OKC would have to trade the seconds. Like Highsmith is okay. Usman Chang's terrible. Yeah, we'll skip that one.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
let's go.
oh, Mr. 34% from
Was
3,
not
Corey
expecting a
Kispert.
Wizards trade.
What do you think? As the Wizards fan, what do you think Kispert's shooting from 3?
Was it? Didn't you tell me it was like 30 or like 25% or something like that?
No. That was in the 2K save.
Oh. I still think he's shooting like 30% or 25%.
40%.
Oh wow!
Yeah, really nice.
But he's only averaging like how many
9
minutes a
points.
game? 9
9
minutes.
points, 19 minutes.
19 minutes a game. Okay. All right. Let's see what we got.
For Jonathan Isaac, Jace Richardson, and 2 second round picks. If I'm Washington, I'm slamming this through.
That's calm. That's
two,
calm.
2 seconds for Corey Kispert.
And Jace
Um,
Richardson.
Jace is great, man. I love Jace as a prospect. I mean, obviously he hasn't played much in the NBA yet, and quite frankly, I doubt it's been any good in the short time he has played. Um, Actually, he's been pretty good. In the 17 games he's played, he's shooting 44% from 3. It's unlimited playing time, but I don't know. Like Jace was just like, I get he was a late first rounder, but if you can get a late first rounder for Corey Kispert, what? It's
Yeah,
great.
the Wizards, and then you're also getting, Jonathan Isaac, which I guess is probably more of like a salary filler, but he can bring some defense, bring some really good defense to the squad. That's already pretty long pause, but and you get 2 seconds for Corey Kispert, who's just been terrible. I really don't like Corey Kispert, and thank God he's finally playing at least somewhat decent, so we can trade him. I just probably wouldn't do this if I'm the Magic, but if I'm a Wizards fan, or if I'm the Wizards, yeah, like this would be big. This would be huge.
Yeah, he when he signed that deal, it looked like a great contract, and then it's just I don't know. It's been underwhelming. I wouldn't say it's been bad. It's just been underwhelming, and it stopped them from being able to deal him. That's like a 2, I
Yeah.
think. It's just a ridiculous package for Corey Kispert. 76ers trade Jared McCain for Jalen Wells and Gigi Jackson.
I mean, it's cool. It's cool I think it's fine for both sides. I don't really know why the 76ers would want to give up McCain, but Jalen Wells had a really good freshman season, and he's struggled a little bit, but he's definitely picked it up recently. He's looking a lot more like himself. And then Gigi Jackson, he's one of those guys that you take a flyer on, a lot of upside. As we saw from his rookie year, he's never really gotten back to that. Jared McCain would be, I mean, we know that what he has the ability to do for the 76ers team. I think if you're the Grizzlies, you lose a little bit more defense for this. And then if you're I don't know. I'm not really, I'd be okay with it. I just don't really know why the 76ers want to trade McCain. But like, if you're doing it for Wells and Gigi Jackson, I think that's fine.
Yeah, I think this is great for Memphis. For Philly, you're doing this only if you believe that VJ, McCain, and Maxey is not palatable long term. I don't know. The McCain is like a clear breakout candidate if he goes somewhere else. He's really struggled since coming back this year, I guess is the argument against him, but he was great last year. So I don't know. I mean, this is like a 6 though. Like Jalen Wells was really good last year,
I was gonna say 7. Yeah, I don't really hate this too much. It's just like a little. It's weird.
and Gigi Jackson, as everyone will tell you, is being screwed over by the NBA.
That's so.
Yeah, I mean it's not the fact that he can't pass or play defense. The Phoenix Suns are trading Jalen Green for Zion.
Fuck it. Like, yeah, sure. I don't think it would ever happen, but I
This is
mean,
great for the Suns. What? This is
yeah.
awesome. This is
And I
terrible
think
for
the
the
Pelicans
Pelicans.
wouldn't. I think the Pelicans wouldn't hate it either.
I would hit it.
I mean, yeah, but I don't think. I mean,
Troy
like
Weaver and
Jalen Green looks really good when you watch him. So I think that's why I think they wouldn't hate it.
oh yeah, I mean Troy Weaver and Joe Dumars probably love Jalen Green. Like they love Jordan
Um,
Poole.
exactly. That's what I'm saying. So I think this is like plausible. I think this could happen.
Not that unrealistic. Now,
Yeah,
if you're trading Zion in like a salary dump, like we said, it makes no sense to do that because you just cut him the next year. Just
but
cut him the next year.
yeah, but you're getting Jalen Green, who obviously, Pat, I know how you feel about Jalen Green, but he can score. He can score the rock sometimes. Although it might be on inefficient shooting, he still can do that. And I think the Pelicans would probably like jump out of their seats to do this. Would I? Probably not, but I think it could happen.
What I'm failing to acknowledge is Jalen Green was the number 1 scorer on a number 2 seed. Just ignore the fact that the offense was better when he was on the bench. Just ignore that. Just ignore that part of it. No, if I'm New Orleans, this is just like, no, just hope Zion is healthy. or cut him at the end of the year, and then you don't have Jalen Green making $30 million to be Jalen Green. So
Yeah, that's a lot of money to have to pay. I'll go 5 out of 10 on this one. I'm indifferent.
I'm gonna go like a 2.
All right.
Phoenix, that's great though. For Phoenix, that's great. Portland Trailblazers getting Trey Murphy for Scoot, Thibault, Chris Murray, and a protected first.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
it's not
like
bad.
it. Yeah. I mean, I think the first round pick it helps a lot, right? And then you get Scoot Henderson, who could be something. You get Thibault, who's pretty good defender. Chris Murray, he just came in the league, right, Pat? It's been a year or
2023
two.
draft.
2023. Okay. So you get let me see if I can pull up his Chris Murray's stats, because we all know his brother is a great shooter, and I believe that Murray is also a shooter. But
I'm pretty sure it hasn't stuck in the
okay,
NBA.
never mind. It is not
Yeah.
stuck in the NBA. So I don't know. I think, but I you know what? I think I would do it if I'm both teams. I like Thibault, and I like the upside that Scoot could potentially bring you. Um, Even though Thibault has not played in any games, and I think it's because he's hurt. So I think that's another issue that you'd have to look at, is that he's not been particularly healthy. Um, so,
Yeah.
but like
I'm trying to think.
I think if I'm the Pelicans, I would do it.
Yeah. I'm trying to think. In 2023, do you know who the Wizards selected? I can't remember.
Damn,
Did
2023.
y'all just not have a pick that year?
We definitely did.
That was the last Beal year. Because that year was probably Troy Weaver's last season with the Wizards.
Okay. Oh, that's when we picked Bilal.
No, Bilal. Wait. Well, yeah, it was
2023.
Bilal.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was Bilal. Okay. Yeah, so Troy Weaver was there when they were probably scouting Scoot Henderson, and that was the year y'all fell in the draft, and then we're like, oh, we'll get Bilal. Okay. I don't know. Like, this is fine. How much value do you think, like, is Scoot equivalent to like a late first at this point?
Ooh. Yeah, early second.
Yeah, I would say that's about right. I mean, maybe you can then make the argument that this is a little like poor for Trey Murphy, especially compared to the Pistons package, which was Ron Holland and 2 firsts.
Yeah, that
So,
is true.
but I don't know. This is like slightly worse than that, which we gave an 8 or a 9. I'd say this is like a 7.
Yeah. Yep.
You swing in an extra, like, I don't know, you put a pick swap in there probably, and then I think it's pretty good. Sacramento Kings. Oh, oh, this is great.
It's gonna be for Levine.
Oh, it definitely is for Levine. Oh, you're right.
Oh, and Keon
And
Ellis
Keon Ellis.
for Kyle Kuzma, Gary Harris, Cole Anthony, and a 2031.
What? This is so weird. Okay, so this is really the Keon Ellis trade. Let's keep it a buck.
Yeah. Oh, and you're giving up Bobby and Kyle.
Yeah, you're giving me a body. I mean, I don't really care about that, but like,
Well, it's just crazy because that's like 2 of their big wing guys.
yeah, I guess. I mean, the Bucks at this point are just like trying to make a fake team that they can convince Giannis to stay on.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If you get Zach Levine, is Giannis happy?
No,
No.
I'd be pissed. You're telling me this was all for Zach LaVine and Miles Turner? What? I would be so mad. I
I
would be
mean,
so
do you
mad.
think a team says no here?
Um, no, because the Kings are stupid and well, no, I guess the value proposition's fair. No, but I was gonna say like they're getting off of that Levine deal, but then they're also taking the Kuzma deal, which sucks too. And like the first is
Yeah.
probably getting a late Bucks pick, I guess, is worth doing it for. Even if like I would rather not package Keon Ellis and the Zach Levine salary dump. Um, I made a Kings trade in preparation for this, so
Good.
yeah. Um, I'm gonna press the try trade button and then I'm gonna save it because this is awesome. This is what everybody probably came here for. Um, and this, I'll say this: I made this from the perspective of not the Kings. So DeMar DeRozan and Dennis Schroeder for LaMelo Ball,
Wow.
and going to Charlotte would be multiple first round picks because you want the Kings picks, and you're taking on Dennis Schroeder's deal, which is terrible because he sucks and can't start in the Kings anymore. For a
Yeah, I would do this. I
35-year-old
think if you
Russ.
throw in the picks, I like it for both teams.
Yeah, and then they're never gonna trade DeMar anywhere else. And instead of like DeMar makes no sense for a team that um is trying to like be good. So you can have him on Charlotte and he can do all the things that you want LaMelo Ball to do, which is like take pressure away from Khan and Brandon Miller, while also like at least playing. Like DeMar plays games. Hurts your team a little bit more than you
But he
think,
will
but
play.
he will play. Um, that was my Hornets and Kings trade, which I actually weirdly really like. Um, and then you're really doing it for those Kings picks. Oh, the Spurs. Jeremy Sohan to the Bucks for Gary Harris, Amir Coffey, and a swap.
Hell no. Well, I don't understand this at all.
Damian Lillard did not die for this.
Yeah, that's just like, ugh.
That's so terrible.
Yeah. Has Sohan played this year, Pat?
He's healthy and not playing.
Oh, okay. Interesting. I still wouldn't give that up for Gary Harris and Amir Coffee. It's not. That's just no. I'm good.
I
That's
was
a no
thinking it
for
the
me.
other way. If I'm the Bucks, why would I give up an unprotected swap in 2031 for Sohan?
What's the swap? They swapped with the Spurs.
I'll pick up where we were.
But
Because I think for me, if this is the most favorable swap, like San Antonio is getting the best of the two picks, right? That's what I'm
okay.
assuming this is, because that's
Yeah.
usually how it is when it's a 1 for 3 assets. Um, then that like you're giving up what could be. So let's put it in this perspective. The Hornets, not the Hornets, the Clippers are giving up their pick to OKC as a swap this season.
Yep. Okay.
And the
Yeah.
Bucks are like the most uncertain team ever, so I don't want to know what they're like in 6 years. You know, like you could give up literally like a jump from 28 because it's the Spurs, right? Like they're gonna have Wemby at this point in time, no matter what. You're gonna probably jump from like down from like it could be as high as like 2 or 1 all the way down to 28 just to have Sohan now to appease Giannis, who you're probably going to have to trade anyway because Sohan's not pleasing Giannis. He doesn't even play for the Spurs. And now you have to pay Sohan. Like, that doesn't make any sense. There's way too
Yeah.
much risk going on here for them, for Milwaukee, just for Jeremy Sohan.
Yeah. I agree. This is just a. I think if you throw away that swap, yeah.
This is a 2 seconds type of thing, I
Yeah.
think. If it's 2 seconds, it's cool, right? You take the shot that Jeremy Sohan can be a rotational NBA player, and
Yeah, I agree though. You don't want to give up that super important first round pick when you could end up being a top 10 team picking in the draft next in that year. So probably a
yeah,
2 out of 10, 3 out of 10.
yeah. And let me say this too: even if they keep Giannis will be 37 at that point.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, that's really tough. That's a 2 for me. Oh, is the white boy getting a little bit of motion?
Let's see.
Let's see. If it's for Jakob Poeltl, that's hilarious. Oh, Jacoby Walter for Dalton Knecht.
All right. Hell yeah.
Two players from the same draft. One doesn't play and has been traded and untraded, and the other one does play and hasn't been traded and untraded.
I mean, I think I think this is fine. I guess like I don't know why they would trade it, but like if I'm looking at it right now, I think I'd be okay with it. I mean, Jacoby Walter has the upside of a shooter. He's shooting 39% this season. Obviously, we know Connect has the upside of the shooter. So you're just kind of like trading for two upside players that do the same thing. So I guess I would just keep what I have, but I don't know. It's just such a weird trade because both of them are kind of the same. Um, I guess yeah. Why not? Yeah.
Yeah, I'm like, no.
No.
I
No.
just, no. Dalton Connect is like, I don't know. I don't think he's very good, quite frankly.
Do you think Walter's a
He's,
lot better? Or
uh, he is 3 years younger. I know that, and
oh
shot
wow.
better from the 3-point line in
Yeah.
his NBA career, and like had more belief of being something outside of a 3-point shooter in the NBA. So I don't see why Toronto would do this.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
Like I
Sound
don't,
good to me.
yeah, I don't think they could get much for Dalton Connect. Like in general, like I don't think Jacoby Walter's all that valuable, but like I don't think him 1-for-1 for Connect makes sense. So who are they trading for Dalton Connect? The Jazz?
Um, maybe. Who do you think in this picture is being traded?
Well, it can't be Kessler because he's out for the year.
Okay, so that's what I okay.
It's got to be Lowry, right?
Just edit that out. No, I'm playing.
Lowry to
Yeah.
Detroit.
Oh, I told you. I told you.
Okay, I missed Walker
Okay.
Kessler at first.
Huh?
I didn't see Walker Kessler at first.
Oh, is that why? Oh, okay. That's why. I mean, like, okay, if you're trading for if you're the Pacers, you're obviously trading for Kessler for next year, and next year
Yes.
you'll have Halliburton. Kessler looked good in the minutes he did play. Cody Williams sucks, so like that's obviously the salary filler. Benedict Mathurin is such a huge part of your team, though.
And it's been
My
good this
question
year.
is, huh?
And he's been good this year. Like in
He's
the
been good
last
this
couple
year.
years, he's been like fake good. But
Yeah,
this year, he's like
this
been
year
real
he's.
good, kind of.
Are they? Did they already? What's the Mathurin contract situation? Are you gonna have to pay him coming up, or is he
You have to pay both him and
Neesmith?
Kessler. Like both.
Oh, you would have.
Neesmith already got paid. You would have to pay
So,
Kessler and you would have to pay Mathurin.
but not if they trade. Not if they get traded.
Yeah, well, like both of them are guys who you would have to pay for.
Okay.
We agree that Cody Williams is definitely just salary filler because
Yeah, no, that's
Mathurin
not what
was a
I'm not looking at Cody
yeah.
Williams at all. Don't worry. Because I like what Kessler could bring to this Indiana team. I think that would solidify him defensively, like a lot. And then he's a good screen center for Halliburton. And now the problem is Mathurin is he's a really good wing for them, and in the playoffs he showed up big. And he played good defense, right? Or who was Shea kept switching? No, yeah, no, wait, no, he fouled a bunch. He fouled a bunch.
Yeah, he's a
Okay, I
foul
couldn't
demon.
remember if it was him or Neesmith that was doing that. But yeah, so Matherin, but he's been really good offensively, and he's a strong rebounder. I don't know, but this is a good offer. I think this is a good offer. This is one that would make me think. I don't know if I want to move on from Matherin though. And Matherin's really young, so is Kessler, but Matherin, he's been in the system, proven that he can do it. I think I'd rather pay Pat Matherin if I'm the Pacers.
Yeah, that's basically how you have to look at it, is like, who are you more comfortable paying their next contract to? Because obviously Kessler's the more like pressing need, but like we talked about in preseason as somebody who like kind of looked fraudulent and like he wasn't really impacting the Jazz defensively. And like we obviously still think he's probably a fine player, but I don't know. Like if you would have asked me this a year ago, I would say yeah, you take this if you're Indiana, but they've had the injury to Kessler. I think the reason I could still be talked into this if I'm Indiana is I could see a team overpaying Matherin in restricted free agency on a deal that like you're just like, no, I'm never going to take that.
Yeah. What do you think about the Kessler pairing with Halliburton here? Do you think does this open anything up for them?
I mean, it wouldn't be bad. Like
Yeah.
pairing any like 7-footer who's somewhat athletic with Halliburton is just gonna be good. And like it is a
You know,
need. They already have Neesmith, Nemhard, Siakam, and Toppin.
yeah. I think for me, I'm going like a 7 here. I think this is a really intriguing deal that I think I say no to, but it's really hard to say no to if I'm really I guess the Pacers.
Yeah, we haven't even talked about it from the Jazz perspective.
I like it from the Jazz because you get such a we've already talked about how good Matherin's been. He's really young. That adds to your young core, and I think he'd be a good fit for Keontae George, Markkanen, because he's a good shooter. So he wouldn't have to play the same game as Markkanen does, where he likes to get a lot more downhill. So yeah, I mean I love it for the Jazz. I think the only hang up here is if I'm the Pacers. What about you?
I was thinking about it from the Jazz perspective, and like if you're the Jazz, like Ace Bailey kind of has to be your guy, and him and Ben Matherin is like, I don't know, that's like the Spider-Man meme, except one of them isn't actually 6'10" and can't shoot 3-pointers. But well, neither of them are 6'10", I guess. But I
Well,
don't know.
wait. I mean Matherin's shooting the ball pretty good.
Yeah, I was talking about Ace Bailey.
Yeah, I figured.
I don't know. Like you kind of need Ace Bailey to be the guy going forward, and him and Matherin are just like they're very similar player archetypes, I think.
Okay, yeah.
I do see the value of the fit with him, Markkanen, and Keontae George. Like I think that's pretty good actually. Like
Yeah,
I
but
think there's well balance
you could
in the
get into a.
scoring.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
No. You go. I interrupted.
There's balance in like the ways that they can score the ball. Is really all I was saying.
I was gonna say like you could have another Toronto situation with like a lot of the same type, similar wings. So I don't know if you really want to go that route. I'm gonna give it a 7 out of 10. I think it's a good trade idea. It's hard for me to push it all the way over the top.
It's like trading for Brandon Ingram when you already have RJ Barrett on your team.
Exactly. Yeah. But it's a good offer, man. It's a really good offer.
Yeah.
I think for both sides, but I would pass, but I'm still gonna give it a 7.
If I was Utah, I'd rather just get like draft capital for Kessler. Well, no one's gonna give up draft capital for him though, is the thing, because he's hurt for the year.
Yeah.
So you kind of do have to fall into this type of a trade. I guess, yeah. Might as well do something like this.
Been one of the tougher ones we've had to decipher. Oh, here
Oh,
we go.
oh, oh, this is so terrible. I already know this is so bad.
What? Get out of here. Kaminga's the future, Pat.
Kuminga and
Yes,
Buddy Hield. Oh, it's for
yes,
CJ.
yes, 100 times yes. And if you're
Yeah.
the, I think if you're the Warriors, do you hate this?
Yes.
You do. Yeah. I mean, I think
Especially,
McCollum's better than Buddy Hield. Buddy Hield's had a rough start this season.
yeah.
Kaminga,
Are
you're not
they
playing. I think okay. Take away the second round pick. Is it still a hard no
for who?
for the Warriors?
No, I'd be okay. Okay, so here's why I wouldn't like this for the Warriors. And let me try to pull up the Warriors on Spot Track because I think that
Is it
actually.
a sal? Is it because of salary?
Um, so the Warriors are over the first apron. Oh, they're way over it too. Okay, so I was gonna say like CJ McCollum's just gonna get waived. Like
What?
it feels inevitable that he's just gonna get bought out at the buyout because it's gonna be so hard for a team to like build up the salary to make a trade for like just CJ McCollum. Like it doesn't make sense, right? Because they're gonna have to give up players who are better than CJ McCollum to make the salaries work more likely than not. In this deal, I'm not sure if they would be taking on extra money or getting off money. They'd be getting off like $3 million, so still not even enough for them to drop under the first apron. I don't know. If I'm Golden State, I'd rather trade Kaminga and Heald for a deal that can get you under the first apron, and then hope that Heald or McCollum would get bought out.
Yeah, I don't know. I might be biased here, but I think it's a good. I mean, I think it's a good trade for the Warriors because CJ McCollum has been scoring the ball well off, and he's shooting the ball from three really good off of high volume shooting. So he's shooting the ball a lot and he's scoring it a lot. This team struggles immensely with scoring the ball. Um, he's better than DeAnthony Melton. I think he's better than. I think he can be better as offensive option than Moses Moody too. So like you're really just trading um CJ McCollum for like Kaminga who don't even play really. Uh the second round pick maybe I could see where you kind of hesitate, but I think it's a win-win for both teams. I think, McCollum, he's had his struggles, but I think he's still like if he's not on the Wizards, I think he's a lot better of a player than like he's put up some bad nights, obviously. You're on the Wizards. You're forced to shoot the ball a lot. I but I think on the Warriors he'd be a good fit.
Okay, if I'm the president of the Warriors, right, and it is deadline hour, right, and we have not figured anything out for Kaminga, we're doing this deal because this makes the team better, quite frankly. It's just I'd rather try and get some type of a deal, some type of a deadline to where we get under the first apron and CJ McCollum is signed on the buyout market.
Yeah, but it's hard because you mentioned it. The Warriors are like deep in that apron, correct?
They'd have to shed 12 million, which I would think they can do.
So with that means send out they'd have to send out $12 million more like money wise in the contracts than they're taking it.
Yes.
Okay.
I think York could also just take Kaminga straight up without sending a player out. I feel like that might be the case.
What do you mean?
I think you'll have a large enough trade exception to just take Kaminga.
But the Warriors get nothing.
Oh, maybe you can't use him as a trade exception because yeah, I think you actually can't use him as a trade exception.
Oh.
Okay, you have a You have a $14 million trade exception and a $9 million and another 14. Okay, it's possible for the Warriors to cut money, basically, is what I'm saying. And I think I'd rather cut money and hope that CJ gets bought out. But if there's literally nothing that we get done until the deadline and this is on the table, you just take it and get the team better, I think.
I'm gonna give this one a 9. I like it. I like it a
Yeah.
lot.
And, like, I get it from the Wizards' standpoint. Just, like, take the shot that Kuminga, like, even though I think it's kind of, he's not a star player. Like, I think we can be quite frank with
I mean,
ourselves.
I think Kuminga is probably better than Koulibaly right now. So that's why I would like him. Like Koulibaly, as great defensively as he is, he struggled a lot offensively. Um, Kuminga would probably be a big splash for the Wizards here on a team that is really young. Like Kuminga is also young, but he does come with some pedigree. Like he has a lot of upside, as we know, because otherwise he wouldn't be getting like really good trade offers. Like Pat, let's not forget the Warriors turned down Malik Monk for Kuminga and a couple other things. So this is a guy that obviously can play, and we've seen flashes of it. And this Wizards team, let me pull up. Yeah, okay. Yeah, honestly, like I would love having Kuminga on the squad. Then you can move like Champagny down to a lesser role, and then because like this team outside of our top 5. Okay, wait, there's a lot of people hurt right now. But like Kuminga's starting day one, and even like when this team blossoms into like a where all the stars are mature, all these young guys that we're hoping are going to be mature, I think Kuminga still probably is going to be one of the better players on our roster. Besides like Sar and Trey Johnson. Um, I mean, I like it. I like it for the Wizards. And then I think for the Warriors, you at least get something with CJ McCollum offensively.
Yeah, for Washington, they're at the point where they're a couple of years into the rebuild, and they're not really sure if they have the next star for them. So you want to take as many chances on getting one. And right now you're getting one for CJ McCollum, even if like Jonathan Kuminga has like a 2% star chance, which I think like that's a little generous even. Like
I mean,
it
worst case scenario,
you traded CJ, right? Like it's
exactly.
nothing.
Worst case scenario, yeah, this is a guy that's not in your long term future. And like, okay, Pat, do you think Kuminga could be a rotational player in the playoffs?
He's currently not, I'll say that. I
I
mean,
I think he could be. I think he could be. I think he could be. And
I
like that's what I think. Like worst case scenario, you traded a guy that's not going to be on your team for the next 2 years, and then you end up getting a guy that could possibly contribute to you in a play-in push, or in the playoffs. So I
what like
like it.
how
I might also be biting the or not biting. I don't even know where I was going to go with that, but I might be buying into a lot of the Kuminga hype. So
like I just don't is he like as how like do you think he's going to be like a role player or like I just don't see how he's like I people will say like oh he's going to follow the Aaron Gordon type of situation where he gets onto a good team and not a good team but he gets onto a team plays a lesser role and has that breakout but I just don't see that because he's been on a team who has the stars.
yeah, but how much of Steve Kerr has stunted some of the Kaminga growth? Do you think? Do you think like all that those reports are like
As a star,
bogus or
yeah.
huh? As a
As a
star, yeah.
star, I guess, but like not as like a role player and a rotational player.
I mean, that's what I see him as, honestly. Like, I think he can be that. I think on the Wizards, he comes in and like kind of tries to play more of that star role. But like, if this is a good Wizards team, and God, I hope it will be someday. I could see him playing like rotational minutes, like 17-20 a game, 20-22 a game.
I
I'm
don't
putting
know.
up good splits in that.
Just like I
But you're
when
giving up McCollum.
yeah,
I think it's the perfect flyer. He doesn't
yeah,
have to be the next coming. He doesn't have to be the next John Wall or the next Bradley Beal or the
yeah, we're
next
debating.
Kelly Oubre if you want to go role player and playoff contributors. Um,
I was
but
gonna say we're
he could
debating
be, and
something
then you
we
give up
agree on.
Vooch, I think. Huh?
We're debating something we agree on because like trading,
Yeah.
you might as well take the chance on getting Kaminga for the 2% chance that he has more upside to tap
10
into.
minutes of us arguing why each other is, or why both of us are both right.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. All right. Well, that basically wraps this up. Christmas
Shout
is
out,
on Thursday.
shout out Kenny for real for the inspiration. Gotta
On
give the
God,
shout. Gotta give the shout.
absolute goat.
Thanks.
But
Okay, go ahead, Pat.
Thursday is Christmas, so we will not be doing 2K on Thursday. So
Maybe
that Saturday something we'll work it out.
let me push for either tomorrow or Wednesday at some point because I will be out of town and I won't have my PlayStation.
I will be out of town Saturday too, so I don't know why I
I'll be out of town for
poised
like the
that.
next minute. So
Yeah.
I'm leaving the 26th and I get back January 4th.
Okay. Yeah. All right. We'll figure something out. All right.
Yeah. Maybe we shoot a 2K episode within the next couple days and then we'll figure something out for the bi-weekly.
Yeah, we'll figure something
We'll
out.
talk
Yeah, that
about it.
probably
We'll
makes
talk
sense.
about it.
But yeah, the 2K will be coming out. We'll hopefully have it out during the weekend like we did last time.
Hey, D-Book, Wizards, all the fans of the Wizards rebuild, you guys be ready. We have big things cooking up in Washington.
Jeez. All right. Yeah. Gonna head out here. That's what's coming up next. Next week we'll have a bi-weekly. NBA season's looking great. We can't wait to talk about it. We'll see you then.